Have you ever felt something changing inside you, but you couldn't explain it? Perhaps lately you have become more emotional than usual. A simple act of kindness brings tears to your eyes. A beautiful sunset touches your heart in a way it never did before. You find yourself longing for deeper connections, while conversations that once seemed important now feel empty. Maybe you've even wondered, what is happening to me? If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many people experience these strange feelings and assume something is wrong. They think they are becoming too sensitive, too emotional, or too vulnerable. But what if the opposite is true? What if these unexpected changes are actually signs of a profound spiritual awakening? What if your heart is not breaking, but opening? According to the timeless wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, there comes a sacred moment in the journey of every soul when the heart begins to awaken. Not the physical heart that pumps blood through the body, but the spiritual heart, the center of love, compassion, forgiveness, and divine connection. When this awakening begins, life often feels different. Old emotions may rise to the surface. Relationships may change. Your priorities may shift. You may start seeing people, situations, and even yourself through new eyes. At first, these experiences can feel confusing. They can make you question whether you are losing control. Yet in reality, you may be moving closer to your true self than ever before. The heart chakra does not open with noise and excitement. It opens quietly, gently, and sometimes through experiences that seem strange or unexpected. In this video, we will explore 5 powerful signs that your heart chakra may be opening, why these signs appear, and what they reveal about your spiritual journey. Stay with me until the end, because one of these signs may completely change the way you understand your life today. Most people do not realize that the greatest pain they carry is not physical pain, financial struggle, or even failure. The deepest pain is often the pain of a closed heart. Life has a way of teaching us to protect ourselves. Perhaps someone betrayed your trust. Perhaps you loved deeply and were disappointed. Perhaps you gave your best to someone and received little in return. Slowly, without even noticing it, you begin building walls around your heart. These walls are not visible to others. You continue smiling, working, and fulfilling your responsibilities. From the outside, everything appears normal. But inside, something feels disconnected. You may find it difficult to trust people. You may hesitate to express your feelings. You may keep your deepest thoughts hidden because you fear being hurt again. Over time, these protective walls become a prison. The very barriers that once protected you begin preventing you from experiencing the love, joy, and connection that your soul longs for. Many people spend years living this way without understanding why they feel empty despite having success, relationships, or material comforts. The truth is that the soul was never meant to live behind walls. The soul longs to expand, to love, and to connect. Yet fear keeps it trapped. This inner conflict creates a silent suffering that many people carry every day. They want love but fear vulnerability. They desire connection but avoid opening up. They seek peace but continue holding on to old wounds. This is the hidden problem that lies beneath much of human unhappiness. And when the heart chakra begins to awaken, these walls start to crack. The process can feel uncomfortable because everything hidden behind those walls begins coming into the light. Yet this discomfort is often the first sign that true healing has begun. Why does the heart chakra begin opening at a particular time in our lives? Why do some people experience this awakening after years of emotional numbness? The answer lies in both spiritual growth and human psychology. Spiritually speaking, every soul is on a journey back to its divine nature. Deep within you exists an endless source of love, peace, and wisdom. Yet throughout life, experiences of fear, disappointment, rejection, and loss create layers that cover this inner truth. These layers do not destroy the love within you, they simply hide it. According to spiritual wisdom, the soul constantly seeks opportunities to remove these layers and remember its true nature. Sometimes this process begins through meditation, prayer, or spiritual practice. Other times it begins through life's challenges. A heartbreak, a loss, an unexpected change, or even a period of loneliness can become the doorway to deeper awareness. Psychologically, the heart chakra often begins opening when emotional healing becomes possible. For years, the mind may suppress difficult feelings in order to survive. But eventually, the soul becomes strong enough to face what was previously hidden. Emotions that were buried start rising to the surface. Old fears demand attention. Long-forgotten memories reappear. While this can feel uncomfortable, it is actually a sign of progress. Healing cannot happen to emotions that remain buried. They must first be brought into awareness. Imagine a room that has been closed for many years. Dust accumulates in the darkness. When sunlight finally enters, it reveals what was always there. The sunlight did not create the dust, it simply made it visible. In the same way, the opening of the heart chakra illuminates emotions, beliefs, and patterns that were hidden in the shadows. This process is not punishment. It is transformation. It is the soul preparing itself to experience life with greater love, wisdom, and freedom. Many people ask, why do I keep attracting the same kinds of relationships, challenges, or emotional struggles? From a spiritual perspective, the answer often involves karma and deeply rooted inner patterns. Karma is not punishment. It is simply the law of cause and effect operating within the soul's journey. Every experience leaves an impression upon the mind. Over time, these impressions become habits, beliefs, fears, and expectations. A person who experienced rejection may unconsciously expect rejection again. Someone who was hurt may learn to distrust others. These patterns can continue for years without conscious awareness. Destiny often brings situations into our lives that reveal these hidden patterns. Certain people seem to enter our lives at exactly the right moment. Some challenge us. Some inspire us. Some break our hearts. Some help us heal. Although these experiences may appear random, they often serve a deeper purpose. They reveal what still needs to be understood, healed, or released. When the heart chakra begins opening, these karmic lessons become more visible. You may suddenly recognize unhealthy relationship patterns. You may notice fears that have controlled your decisions for years. You may begin understanding why certain experiences kept repeating. This awareness is one of the greatest gifts of spiritual growth. Once a pattern is seen clearly, it begins losing its power. Instead of reacting automatically, you gain the freedom to choose a different response. Instead of repeating old mistakes, you begin creating new possibilities. The awakening heart sees life differently. It no longer asks, "Why is this happening to me?" It begins asking, "What is this experience teaching me?" This shift transforms suffering into wisdom. It allows the soul to move beyond old karma and step into greater freedom. Every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. Every lesson becomes a step toward awakening. As the heart chakra begins opening, certain signs often appear. These signs can seem strange because they are very different from the way you may have felt in the past. The first sign is increased emotional sensitivity. You may find yourself deeply moved by music, nature, or acts of kindness. Tears come more easily, not because you are weak, but because your emotions are flowing freely again. The second sign is a growing desire for genuine connection. Superficial conversations no longer satisfy you. You crave honesty, authenticity, and meaningful relationships. You begin valuing depth over popularity. The third sign is the resurfacing of old pain. Memories, regrets, and emotional wounds that seemed forgotten may suddenly return. This can be alarming, but it is actually a sign of healing. The heart is bringing hidden pain into awareness so it can finally be released. The fourth sign is a surprising increase in compassion. You may find yourself understanding people more deeply, even those who have hurt you. Forgiveness becomes easier. Not because you excuse harmful behavior, but because you no longer wish to carry resentment within your heart. The fifth sign is the experience of unexplained peace. In quiet moments, you may feel a deep sense of contentment that does not depend on external circumstances. You look at a tree, the sky, or a simple smile and feel connected to something greater than yourself. These moments may last only a few seconds at first, but they reveal an important truth. Beneath the noise of the mind and the pain of the past, there is a peaceful presence within you. As the heart continues opening, these signs become stronger. They are reminders that your soul is awakening to its natural state of love. When the heart chakra begins opening, many people make the mistake of resisting the process. They try to suppress their emotions, distract themselves, or return to old patterns of protection. Yet true healing requires a different approach. The first step is acceptance. Understand that whatever emotions arise are appearing for a reason. Sadness, grief, anger, and fear are not enemies. They are messengers carrying important lessons. Instead of pushing them away, observe them with kindness and patience. Give yourself permission to feel without judgment. The second step is creating moments of stillness. Modern life is filled with constant noise and distraction. Yet the heart speaks most clearly in silence. Spend a few minutes each day in meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection. Listen without forcing answers. Often the wisdom you seek will emerge naturally. The third step is practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts attention away from what is missing and toward what is already present. Even during difficult times, there are blessings waiting to be recognized. The fourth step is expressing love through action. Offer kindness without expecting anything in return. Help someone. Listen carefully. Speak gently. Small acts of love strengthen the energy of the heart chakra. Finally, be patient with yourself. Healing is not a race. Some wounds take time to heal. Some lessons require repeated experiences before they are fully understood. Trust the process. Every moment of awareness, every act of compassion, and every honest emotion brings you closer to wholeness. The opening of the heart is not something to fear. It is one of the most beautiful transformations a human being can experience. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend walking a difficult path. The deepest lesson of the heart chakra is both simple and profound. Love is not something that must be earned, achieved, or found outside yourself. Love is your natural state. It has always existed within you. The problem is not the absence of love. The problem is the layers of fear, pain, and conditioning that prevent you from experiencing it. As the heart chakra opens, these layers gradually begin falling away. You start realizing that much of your suffering came from believing you were separate, from other people, from life, and from the divine. The awakening heart reveals a different reality. It shows that beneath our differences, we are deeply connected. The joy of another becomes your joy. The pain of another touches your heart. Compassion arises naturally because you begin seeing yourself in others. This awakening also changes your relationship with life. You stop chasing happiness in external circumstances. You discover a source of peace that exists within. Challenges still come. Difficulties still arise. But they no longer define you. You begin responding to life with greater wisdom, patience, and trust. This is the spiritual maturity that great masters have spoken about throughout history. The open heart becomes a bridge between the human and the divine. Through love, forgiveness, and compassion, the soul remembers its true identity. You are not merely a collection of experiences, successes, failures, or roles. You are a spiritual being carrying a spark of divine love within. The journey of the Heart Chakra is ultimately the journey of remembering who you truly are. And as this remembrance deepens, life itself becomes a sacred experience. Every person becomes a teacher. Every challenge becomes an opportunity. Every moment becomes a chance to express the love that has always lived within your soul. As we come to the end of this journey, remember that the opening of the Heart Chakra is not just a spiritual event, it is a profound transformation of your entire being. When your heart begins to awaken, life starts speaking to you in a different language. You become more compassionate, more understanding, and more connected to the divine presence within yourself and others. As Paramahansa Yogananda taught, the heart is the doorway through which God's love flows into human consciousness. If you have experienced any of the signs we discussed today, the unexpected waves of emotion, the growing desire to forgive, the deep sense of connection with nature, the feeling of unconditional love, or the mysterious inner peace, know that something beautiful is unfolding within you. Trust the process. Do not fear the changes taking place in your heart. Every challenge, every lesson, and every emotional release is helping you become the person your soul was always meant to be. The more you nurture your heart with meditation, kindness, gratitude, and love, the more clearly you will feel the divine presence guiding your path. Now, I would love to hear from you. Have you experienced any of these signs of Heart Chakra awakening in your own life? Which sign resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below because your story may inspire and help someone else on their spiritual journey. And tell me, what topic would you like to hear about in the next video? Your suggestions help shape future content for this growing spiritual community. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future teachings inspired by the wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda. Thank you for watching, and until next time, may your heart remain open to divine love and inner peace.